My father left a voicemail. Christmas is canceled. Prepare for a call from my attorney. I didn't argue or call back. I simply texted, understood. Then, in a calm, deliberate move, I removed my name from the $320,000 mortgage. 2 days later, my phone exploded with 67 missed calls. Their lawyer was frantic, pleading for clarity. My phone vibrated relentlessly on the counter. It was Dad again. His voicemail was icy, sharp, the kind meant to make you feel insignificant. Christmas is canceled. Expect my attorney's call. I didn't respond. I sent another text. Understood. In the quiet resolve that followed, I opened my laptop. In under an hour, I'd erased my name from their $320,000 mortgage, their cherished house. It wasn't my burden anymore. 48 hours later, my phone was a war zone. 67 missed calls, Dad, Mom, Sophie. Even a desperate message from their lawyer, the one likely coaching them on how to pressure me. Jake, we need to talk. This is a mistake. Please, call your parents. They're distraught. I almost chuckled. Distraught? I scrolled through the flood of notifications, texts, voicemails, Sophie's panicked messages. Jake, what did you do? Dad's unraveling. You can't just abandon family. But they'd done worse for years. It all began at a dinner I should have skipped 3 weeks earlier. Jake, we can't take you on the trip this year, Mom said, barely glancing up from her phone. It's a small cabin and space is tight. A cabin? I frowned, watching her scroll while stirring her overpriced chamomile tea. I thought you were struggling financially. Dad scoffed. Don't play accountant, Jake. If you're so concerned, maybe send us a bit more this month. I already. Pay your mortgage, utilities, and Sophie's car payments. Sophie lounged on the couch, unfazed. Stop acting like a martyr, Jake. I'd always helped, but it was never enough. Something twisted inside me. Sophie, I bailed out your credit card debt last month because you pleaded. I didn't plead, she snapped. I asked. You're my brother. Family helps family. Dad smirked. Listen to your sister. Stop being so theatrical. Theatrical? I said, voice rising. You're planning a vacation without telling me and I'm theatrical? It's just a trip, Mom muttered, her tone dripping with that pity I despised. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I let out a bitter laugh. Fine. Enjoy it. As I turned to leave, Dad's voice followed me. Don't be like that, Jake. Maybe if you didn't waste money on that tiny apartment, you'd contribute more to this family. I froze, fists clenched. Okay, I whispered. Got it. A week later, scrolling through Facebook, I saw it. A photo of Dad, Mom, and Sophie beaming in front of a lavish cabin. Family getaway in Aspen. Together at last. No mention of me, no invitation. Just them and Sophie's boyfriend, Ethan. Phone buzzed. Dad. Hey, can you send $200? We're short on cash here. Spotty internet, so Venmo's best. I stared at the message, then the photo, their joyful faces, arms around each other. My fingers moved before I could think. Sorry. Can't help? Enjoy your family trip? 5 minutes later, Sophie texted, Wow, Jake. Really? What's your deal? My deal. I was their ATM, their fallback plan, only noticed when they needed cash. They thought I'd never push back. They were mistaken. For a week, blissful silence. Then, on a chilly Tuesday night, as I cooked dinner, my phone pinged, a Facebook tag. Family is everything, even when they wound you. Sophie's profile picture, her and Mom smiling with Dad in the background. The comments were a flood of sympathy. Stay strong, sweetie. Whoever hurt you doesn't deserve you, Dad's reply. Some people forget who raised them, but karma watches. I wanted to smash my phone but held back. They didn't get to win. I opened my messages. Sophie's last text glared at me. Wow, Jake, really, what's your deal? I scrolled up, her begging for credit card money, asking for a late-night ride, accidentally sending her Amazon wish list I'd fulfilled for her birthday. Then, the screenshots. Sophie, 3 months ago. Jake, I'm desperate. If I don't pay this, they'll cut my card. I'll pay you back, I swear. Love you, Jake. You always save me. Lies. I saved them. That night, I dug through records I never thought I'd need. Texts, bank transfers, every mortgage payment I'd made, my name on the account, my money bleeding out monthly. I found a photo of the SUV I'd helped Dad buy for his retirement, which he claimed he'd earned himself. By midnight, I had a folder, screenshots, documents, even audio from last Thanksgiving, Dad shouting, "If you won't support this family, don't come back. Don't expect help when you're desperate." It still stung. I listened twice. The next morning, I did something I never imagined I'd have the strength for. I called the mortgage company. I want to remove myself as a co-signer. No, I don't care about their situation. Process it now. The woman hesitated. Sir, this will force a mortgage reassessment. Are you sure? I smiled. Certain. 2 days later, the calls began. Jake, what did you do? Dad's voice was rage mixed with panic. The bank called. We have to requalify. We can't afford this. Not my problem, I said, sipping coffee. Jake, he roared. Are you insane? We raised you. Did you? I laughed. I was just there when you needed something. There's a difference. How could you do this to us? Mom's voice broke in shrill. Family? I shot back. The family that vacationed without me? Mocked. Me when I couldn't join? Silence, just their uneven breathing. Jake, fix this, Dad growled. Be a man. Like you? I sneered. Begging me for money while trashing me behind my back? That's enough, he bellowed. You think you're clever? Fine. Christmas is canceled. Expect my lawyer. I almost smiled. Understood. The next morning, Sophie texted. Jake, please. Can we talk? I'm sorry, we need you. I didn't reply. 5 hours later. Jake, I'm serious. They're losing it. Mom's sobbing. Dad's a mess. Still nothing. By evening, my phone was chaos. 23 missed calls. Then a new number, a voicemail. Jake, this is Mr. Callahan, your parents' attorney. There's been a misunderstanding. Let's resolve this. Call me. I didn't. I went to bed with a clear conscience for the first time in years. The next day, I went to my favorite cafe to clear my mind. Halfway through my coffee, I saw it. Mom's Facebook post. Sometimes, those you love betray you. We gave him everything, but some only know pain. Comments piled up. People I hadn't seen in years called me a villain, a traitor, a selfish ingrate. Sophie's comment, we did everything for him. He threw it away. My blood ran cold. Everything. For me? Like when they ditched my birthday dinner because Sophie was exhausted? Or when Dad borrowed $5,000 for home repairs and blew it in Atlantic City? Or the years I paid their bills while they posted family photos without me? Finished my coffee, opened my phone, and posted, sometimes family is just people who exploit you. But I'm done being their pawn. The first comment was Sophie's. Wow, Jake. Airing this publicly? Pathetic. Then Mom. I don't even know you anymore. I didn't respond. I uploaded the folder, screenshots, payments, their empty promises, and hit post. Within an hour, Mom's profile vanished. Sophie's too. But the calls didn't stop. 42, 60, 67, voicemails, begging, yelling, crying. Dad's last one was a whisper. Jake, you can't do this. Please, talk to me. I saved it and walked away, letting them face reality alone. They thought it was over. They thought their frantic voicemails, their lawyers' weak threats, and Mom's tearful posts would break me. They thought I'd cave, like always. They didn't know me anymore. I set a meeting at a quiet diner on the town's edge, neutral territory. I picked a booth in the back where I could see the entrance. I didn't tell them I was bringing someone. At 6 p.m. sharp, they arrived, Dad, Mom, Sophie, no Jake, just them, uneasy. Dad's face was stone. Mom gripped her purse like a shield. Sophie hid behind sunglasses despite the dim lighting. They slid into the booth, stumbling over words. "Jake, we don't want this to escalate," Dad began, voice tight. "We're family. We can fix this." "Can we?" I leaned back, arms crossed. "Last I checked, you said Christmas was canceled and your lawyer would handle me." Mom reached out, hand shaking. "Jake, we were angry. We spoke rashly." "You lied about me," I snapped. "Made me a monster while bleeding me dry." "That's unfair," Sophie muttered behind her shades. "You did this. You went public." "Yeah?" I leaned forward. "Did I go public when Dad called me a useless kid throwing a fit? Or when you laughed in the comments? Or when you all flaunted your family vacation without me?" Dad's face reddened. "Enough guilt trips. We're here to fix this. But if you keep acting selfish, you're right," I cut in, voice sharp. "Enough. I'm done pretending." I pulled out my phone, tapped it, and played their voices. Dad's, venomous. "If you won't support this family, don't come back. Don't expect help when you're desperate." Then Sophie's texts. "Jake, I'm screwed. If I don't pay this, my card's done. Love you, Jake. You always save." "Me?" Mom paled. Sophie's jaw clenched. "You lied," I said, voice like iron. "Used me. Now you're here because you're scared, not because you care, because you need me." "We didn't," Mom started, but I stopped her. "I'm not done." I pulled a thick folder from my bag and slid it across the table. "Mortgage records. Every payment I made, under my name. That house, it's not yours. Never was." Dad snatched it, hands trembling as he flipped through. This is a mistake." "No mistake." I removed my name. "They're reassessing." "Your mortgage. Can't pay? The house is gone." "Jake." Mom's voice was a wail. "How could you? We raised you." "No. You raised me to be your doormat. Your bank." I leaned closer. "That's over." Sophie tore off her sunglasses, tears streaming. "You're cruel, doing this to your own family." "Family?" I laughed. "The ones who trashed me online, lied to everyone, only called when they needed cash? Stop it!" Dad slammed the table, eyes wild. "Fix this, Jake, or I swear—" "Or what?" I smirked. "You'll sue? Your lawyer tried. Want to talk legal? Let's discuss the $5,000 you borrowed for repairs and spent in Atlantic City. Or the $3,000 Sophie used for a medical emergency that was a shopping spree. Or the SUV I paid for that you claimed as your own." Sophie's face collapsed. "You weren't supposed to know." I wasn't supposed to know a lot. Like how you told Ethan I was unhinged to turn him against me. "Jake, please," Mom whispered, broken. "We can fix this. We're family." I smiled. "No, Mom, we're not." I nodded to the door, and they saw him, my grandfather, Dad's father, stepping in. Tall, gray-haired, eyes sharp as he scanned the room and stopped at our booth. "Well, well," Grandpa said, almost amused. "Took you long enough to implode." Dad's face drained. "Dad, I didn't know you were coming." "You never do," Grandpa replied, voice cold. "Your problem. Jake told me everything, the money, the lies, the manipulation. You always thought you were the cleverest, didn't you?" Dad's mouth opened. Shut. No words. "Funny thing," Grandpa continued. "I revised the family trust last week. Jake's the sole beneficiary. You, Sophie, your mother, you're out," Sophie gasped. "Grandpa, please." "No," he thundered. "I watched your father lie and scheme for years. Hoped he'd change. But he passed it to you." He turned to me, softening. "I should have acted sooner, Jake. I'm here now." I nodded, throat tight. "Thanks, Grandpa." As we stood to leave, Dad's voice cracked. raw. Jake, you can't. We're family. I glanced back. You made sure I wasn't family a long time ago. And I walked out. But I wasn't done. I thought they'd go quiet. I thought they'd retreat. I was wrong. The next morning, my phone was a battlefield. Calls, texts, Dad, Mom, Sophie, all desperate. I ignored them. Then the doorbell rang. Through the peephole, I saw Grandpa. I let him in, and he sat at my kitchen table, gesturing for me to join. "They're in chaos," he said, almost amused. "Your father called me 3 times, saying, 'You're destroying the family,'" I snorted. "Funny how they see it." Grandpa's eyes sharpened. "I never thought I'd say this, but I'm proud of you. You stood up." That caught me off guard. I expected another lecture on family duty. "I didn't do it for revenge," I said. "I just couldn't let them keep using me." He nodded, sipping the coffee I'd poured. "Your dad thinks he's untouchable. Always has. Never thought his son would outmaneuver him." My phone buzzed. A voicemail. I played it aloud. "Jake, son, this has gone too far. We're your family. You don't walk away. Your mother's crying nonstop. Sophie's a wreck. You've shamed us. Please come back. Let's talk." Grandpa shook his head. "He's more upset about losing control than anything." I knew he was right. For the first time, I saw it clearly. I'd spent my life keeping the peace, holding the family together, thinking it was my role, but I'd only enabled them. "I'm not going back," I said softly. "I'm done being their crutch." Grandpa smiled. "Good. Now live for yourself." 2 weeks passed. I settled into a new rhythm. Quiet mornings, coffee by the window, no urgent demands for money or favors. I focused on my life for the first time in years. Then one evening, an unknown number called. Against my instincts, I answered. "Jake, it's Sophie." Her voice trembled, almost fearful. "What do you want?" "I just want to talk. Please, I'm at the coffee shop near your place. 5 minutes." I hesitated, but agreed. Something in her tone piqued my curiosity. She was by the window, staring into her cup, eyes red and puffy. "You look rough," I said, not unkindly. "I know." She didn't argue. "I've been thinking about what I did, how we treated you. It was wrong." "You're just realizing that?" I sat across from her. "No, I knew for a while, I just didn't care. You always fixed everything, even when we hurt you. I thought that's how it was." "It's not." She nodded, hands shaking. "Mom and Dad are spiraling. They're scrambling to save the house. Dad's looking at loans, but his credit's shot. Mom blames me, says if I hadn't been selfish, you wouldn't have snapped." I stayed silent, letting her continue. "I'm sorry, Jake," she whispered, eyes down. "I know it doesn't fix anything. I'm just sorry." I took a breath. "The worst part? I wanted to help. Always did. But it was never enough. You always needed more. And when I stopped, you acted like I betrayed you." She wiped her eyes. "You're right. I didn't see it that way. I thought you'd always be there." "Not anymore." She nodded, defeated. "I'll leave you alone." I just wanted to say it. As she stood, I spoke. "Sophie." She turned, surprised. "Sort your life out. Stop expecting others to fix your messes. You're old enough." She gave a small, broken smile. "I'm trying." I didn't forgive her. I wasn't ready. But I didn't shut her out either. That night, Grandpa called. "Your dad's still saving face, telling people you'll come around, that you're just having a fit." I laughed. "He can't accept I'm done." "Can he?" "He never will. But that's not your burden anymore." I hung up, feeling lighter than ever. The truth was out. The game was done. I didn't know what came next, but for the first time I felt no fear, just peace. I was free.